I saw a little kid on his bike, realize his mortality. 'Cause even though no car could match his speed, he realized he wouldn't
Linda
always
Gottlieb received an MFA in poetry from the Johns Hopkins University, where she currently teaches creative writing. Her poems have appeared recently in Best New Poets 2010, Rattle, and the Los Angeles Review. Born and raised in New York City, she currently divides her time between there and Baltimore. Please welcome Linda Gottlieb.
Trying to sort of things down. I just want to thank everybody for coming out. It's pouring rain, I think, or maybe it stopped. And Smartish and Stefan and Claire and Tracy and just everyone involved with this and for putting this on and for creating a great journal. I'm going to read 3 poems tonight, and they all take place in New York City in various spots. The first one is Continuing Education. The 6th Street psychic pulls me into our vestibule to show me her breasts. She lives 2 floors below, and she's got that dark, thick tan, like the first bite of an early plum. This lady can pull me anywhere she wants. Star, she calls me, which of course is better than any actual name. She has a boyfriend some nights, the boyfriend of the universe, who sets up the blue light under her blue umbrella on the street. Come, Star, he says, sit under the light so I can see how blue you are. His skin, thinner than the psychic's, futuristic. His mustache, his thick hairy legs, right there pumping like a second heart, like he's Garibaldi charging in beige and seersucker. Hours after the psychic, he pulls me into the vestibule himself, spreads his arms, grazes the mailboxes on one wall, the exterminator's laminated checkoff on the opposite. He's that big across, that big up and down. Paint flecks fall into the creases of his belt hand. There's always a reason to be taken through a doorway, someone's fingers used and ready, promising to thrust back time. Don't I always believe it? Right now, now, the only beat in a paragraph I ever seem to hear, like fluorescent electron hum from the ceiling. The psychic's right outside, laughing, her teeth wide. She's got a patient, a customer, her table's full of cards, her breasts as young as the planet. She has her timer set. New York City, there is no space. And I lived in an apartment where the bathtub was in the living room and that was the kitchen. That was the whole thing. So that's where this second poem takes place. Linguini Fini numero 8. Flush to my sublet on 5th, laid, paid, say everything on an up. I have trouble getting the keys in and stand with the locks, cylinders played to tumbled pins. My laptop, stereo, betting cash, rent, 3 spoon rings from a grandmother, gone. They tried to boil spaghetti and left a jar of sauce open side down on the sofa with a note. Dear Blue Stew Pot owner, thus far. I have no stove and the hot plate's easy to miss. A box of pasta cocks on my desk beside an empty jewelry box. I touch everything. The policemen come and dust for prints. They chide like 2 mothers. I hand them, fully slit, the note, my deadbeat palms all over it. And the last poem I'm going to read takes place further uptown in New York. July and August highway heat. By Hell's Gate, bare boys lie to their mothers, jump into the East River at 73rd Street, and when they come out, carry smells. Oily slips, tusks, lions eating sweat. Shirts and belts on wet dirt They dry their skin on green benches, bushes grown through with poor metal. Concrete blocks divide this tarmac from the FDR Drive. The boys fish here, and if they catch something that isn't a fish, they keep it from the river as long as they can. The heat reminds the mothers. They were lush and noisy. They've made every secret noise now. Full of heat and surrounded by heat, sleek and breathtaking. They remain lush and noisy. They do not care as they brace heat about the rules. They let themselves for wet seconds stand wide-legged, pretending they live alone, love without worry. The drivers on the FDR don't move. They make up stories about the boys and arrive late and fight, stay up all night drinking or spooning coffee, someone finishing ravioli, someone opening a faucet, back bent, fingering water, hands growing wild. Thank you.